Happy Thursday. Just making sure everything is happy and live. Hi, good morning. My name's Ines. I write Kissing Books, and I am working on my latest romantasy novel. I'm writing it in 25-minute sprints. Sometimes it takes me one sprint, sometimes it takes me two. I'm writing it one chapter at a time, probably one chapter a day. A lot of times this book is not my main book. So my main book, I usually will write like anywhere from 2 to 4 chapters a day, starting around 8 o'clock. So I'm sliding in a little early to start working on this book because it's in my head. I absolutely love it. For NaNoWriMo, National Novel Writing Month last month in November, I plotted this book instead of trying to write something every day. And I absolutely love this book, but it is not even slated. It is not even slated on my publishing schedule. Other books are slated on my publishing schedule and other books are due. So those books get the majority of my writing time. I write Monday through Thursday from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. But I want to write this book. So I've been getting up an hour early. I've been coming to the desk an hour early. And I started writing this one chapter a day. And that feels decadent to have that time to write just one chapter a day. So I usually don't write every single day. I give myself a break. But sometimes when I do these projects where I'm doing just one thing a day, I get really excited and I can keep going. I can keep doing one chapter a day. So you might see me here tomorrow on Friday when I usually do not write. You probably won't see me here at 7 in the morning because that's a little too early for me on a Friday. I like to sleep in until 8 o'clock on Fridays because that's sleeping in. Anyway, yesterday I worked on the prologue. This is a dragon romantasy that deals with immortals and even human beings who reincarnate. And my dragon hero, he met his fated mate a couple hundred years ago in her past life. But it was on the day that she was old and she passed away. They spent one day together, and he felt it was a perfect day for him, even though she was dying. And he knew she was coming back, and he was excited about her return. And he senses her return on the day that she is reborn. And he finds this newborn who is frail, whose spine is twisted, and it does not look like she's gonna last the night. And he is so mad. He's waited all these years. And he is so mad that this is gonna be his fate, that he's gonna have to wait again for her next incarnation. And so he abandons her. Now, so I wrote that prologue chapter yesterday, and now today I'm going to write the introduction of the heroine. And if you were here with me yesterday, I talk about how I don't write by word count or anything like that because my brain will hyperfixate on the goal, and then if I'm writing by word count, the goal is words. And I will break apart contractions. I will make really flowery prose that I don't need to make. So instead, I focus on the GMC of every scene. So I start with the scene purpose. So yesterday I was introducing the hero. Today, the purpose of the scene is to introduce the heroine. Whenever I'm introducing a character, I'm always focused on empathy. How do I make the readers care about this character? And there are tips and tricks and tools, all kinds of things to do that. So I'm focusing on that. I want you to see when we first meet this heroine, the information that the audience has is that she is weak and she should not have survived. And so I want to play on that because she is not. She is always the smartest person in the room, and that's her strength. So I'm playing on that, trying to play on people's emotions, but then twist it that you missed it. You, just like everybody else, don't see how incredibly brilliant this girl is. So that's the purpose of the scene in introducing my heroine, Benny. Her goal is to get information about something that she needs to steal. Her motivation is revenge against the dragon. All of her motivations for the duration of this book will be revenge against this person who left her, the person who's supposed to love her unconditionally. And he left her and abandoned her. So I do GMC. GMC is goal, motivation, conflict. Deborah Dixon wrote a book of that title, GMC. Sometimes I can't see the conflict, and sometimes I can't see the twist until I'm writing it. But I know that the scene purpose is to introduce my heroine and elicit empathy in my readers. My heroine's goal is to get information for something that she needs to steal, and her motivation is revenge. I'm still a little fuzzy on the conflict within the scene, and I don't know the twist. I often don't know the twist when I write, and I'm a bullet journaler, and I just want to show my bullet journal porn. So this was my notes for the first chapter, and this is my notes for the chapter today. I'm just writing this chapter today. It'll take me anywhere from 1 to 2 25-minute sprints, typically, to write a chapter, especially because I make sure and I journal about what I'm going to write. I do my GMC, and then I journal about what I'm going to write. There's a great book, 2K to 10K, by Rachel Aaron, I think it is. And in her book, she talks about this triangle of information that's helped her to become a better writer. I recommend that book. It's a tiny little book, but it's so helpful. Anyway, I'm going to get ready and start the timer because I need to get these words, because I still have to go sit down and write the books that I'm supposed to be working on. So we're going to do 25-minute sprints. I might get this whole chapter in 25 minutes. And then after the 25 minutes, I'm going to come back, tell you what I did. And I might need another 25 minutes. We'll see what happens. But here. And I didn't turn on I can't write in silence. And I can't believe I forgot to turn on my Coffitivity. So I love the Coffitivity app, where it's just sounds of a coffee shop. When I hear silence, I'm always thinking that my children are up to no good, even though my children are here and my children are in their 20s. Doesn't matter. Silence makes me think somebody's doing something they're not supposed to be doing. So I'm just gonna, I have Coffitivity, I have the app on my television. So I'm turning on Coffitivity on my TV because it helps me to focus. So just give me 1 second, and then I'm going to start that timer, and then I'm going to, that's so funny, and my TV knows that I'm live streaming. That's the first time I've seen that. Hang on 1 second, guys. I'm turning on the Coffitivity app. I like the morning Coffitivity app, and I've got it playing. Maybe I have it playing. There we go. All right. Let's get it started. All right. Thank you guys for joining me. I'm about to do some sprinting, 25 minutes on, 5 minutes off. If you are a writer, please feel free to join me. If you're doing something else, if you're working and you just need a body double, please feel free to join me. My tea is really hot. It's going to burn my tongue. I'm going to just start writing. I'm not going to talk to you very much until I am done with this chapter. So let's get started. Ooh, I should start the timer. There we go. Let's get started. Chapter 1. I really want my tea. Really hot. I don't want my tea. All right, where are we? Okay. All right, I think I figured it out. Almost done. I'm not done. Hey, I'm in it. Yeah, I am in it. If you're just joining me, thank you. Good morning. Hi, everybody. I don't think anyone's leaving me any comments because they see me working. Hi, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for hanging out. I am running 25-minute sprints as I write my next romantasy novel. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Nice to see everybody. What's the name of this app? Of the app. I'm not sure which app you guys are talking about. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Um, I'm working on the second chapter of my next romantasy novel, and I'm introducing my heroine, who was rejected by her fated mate at birth because she was born with a deformity and it looked like would die. And so I have a lot of pieces, and I've just been kind of writing the pieces, and now I'm trying to fit the puzzle together, and I haven't yet. I just have all these pieces in his first draft. In first draft, I'm really kind to myself. I have some, I write in all caps when I don't have the answers to things. I don't have the answers to a lot of things, and that's okay. I'm just trying to make sure that I hit my goals for the scene, that I hit the scene purpose, which is introduce the heroine and create empathy. And I think I'm doing that. The goal, I'm missing the goal though. I'm getting kind of mired down in the world building, which is the wrong thing to do, in my opinion, in an early chapter. This is a book about reincarnations, and I'm trying to slowly dole out that information. So the patrons are having an argument about reincarnation, about whether if you created something and created wealth in a past life, are you owed that in your next life, or do your descendants get to keep it? And I got really into that argument, which is not the point of this scene. The point of having that piece of the argument is just to start a little bit of the world building. The point of the scene is my heroine needs to get information. So I'm not done. I need to write a little bit more. Yes, good morning. So I'm going to do one more 25-minute sprint, and then I got to go jump into my regular writing group. So I hope you'll join me for that. Let me clear. And then let me do one more 25-minute sprint where I try to wrangle this mess that I have made. I'm still working on the second chapter. This is why I do, this is why I take the notes. I don't know if you can see this, but this is why I take my notes: the scene, purpose, SP, GMC, goal, motivation, conflict, and T, the twist. This is why I write this stuff down, because I would have kept meandering about reincarnation, which is not the point of this. The point is for her to get information about what was stolen so that she could enact her revenge. See, this is why I do this stuff. Okay, we're gonna go again, another 25 minutes. I'm gonna turn Coffeetivity back on because it really helps me to focus. And I'm gonna be quiet as I figure this out. I'm gonna sit down too, because that's when you know I'm in it. All right, I'm gonna wrangle you, chapter. You are not gonna get the best of me. I think I need more of this conversation. Yeah, hang on. indecisive right now. Yeah, that's a lot of information. I think you're giving too much information away. I talk to myself as I'm writing. Oh, Miss is or Mr. is? Hi, good morning. Sorry, the app is Coffitivity, but they don't update the app anymore, so I just listen to it on YouTube. So if you look for Coffitivity on YouTube, you'll find it. Sorry. Put that in chat. Um, I am going to delete you because I don't think I need you. I think that's too much. I think that might be too much too. It's too much information. I'm giving too much information. All right, let's see. That's a good idea. Next, okay, my love, you're getting it. I would like another color pen. We have 4 minutes left. It's meant to be 2 questions. Squares. Okay. Hold on to that. That's a good idea. Okay. I need more time. I'm not finished. But I've got to go to my other group. Okay, friends. I am not finished, but I'm late for my writing group. I write with other authors every morning from 8 to 12. I thought this would take me two sprints. It's not. It's going to take me two sprints because there's a lot of information, and I am a firm believer that you don't, because I hate it when authors info dump in early chapters on me, and I've solved a couple of my problems, but then I've introduced new problems. So I'm not finished with this chapter. I'm going to tinker with it maybe after lunch. I'm not sure. Um, but I'm not finished. I know I can finish. I have everything there that I need. I'm just giving too much. I need to reel things back a little bit. And one of the ways to do that is to ask story questions. This is something I learned in television, that you just start to, you don't give the information, you ask a question instead. So I pulled a couple back by asking story questions, but I need to do that a little bit more because I'm still off the goal of this chapter, which is my heroine did get the information that she needed. Really, I just need to figure out how to close this chapter and how to go back. Then I need to go back through and pull out the information that is not needed at that very moment. That's what I need to do, which isn't going to take me a lot more time. It's probably going to take me one more sprint, but I'm late. I'm late to an important date. So I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I'm probably going to be back on tomorrow morning, but probably around 8 because I like to sleep in on Fridays. But this felt really good. It felt really, really good. I'm already in love with this story, but now I need to go and write something else that I'm supposed to be writing. Let me just check Film my phone. I don't think anyone has any questions. Nope. Uh, TikTok has no questions for me, just people joining. Thank you guys. I will probably be back tomorrow at 8 TikTok friends. I'll see you then. And hang on, I've got to grab my phones closer. Sorry, you get to see my face up close. Hi guys, good morning. On Substack, thank you so much for joining and hanging out. I don't think there were any. Oh no, there are some questions here. Hang on one second. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. It's hard for me to talk and write. But yeah, Esther, who's probably gone by now, but Esther, I was talking about my latest romantasy. That if you're on Substack, it's the novel that I plotted for Nano November, or Novel Writing November, whatever I called it. I'm in the process of writing that right now. I think yes, I didn't know that I was visible on camera, but it was hard for me to see the chat messages. So not even hard. I was writing, so I couldn't pay attention. And I thank you, Esther. I did know that I was live, but yes, I am writing, doing writing sprints. So 25-minute writing sprints. I will explain that better the next time. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me on Substack. And then, hi, my friends over on YouTube. Thank you again for hanging out with me. Like I said, I'll be back. Sure. And I did answer these questions. Good. Yeah, I gotta go get off and work. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for hanging out with me.